The chamber doors slammed shut behind him. The sound echoed like a death sentence. Captain Elias Vorn stood alone in a hall built for gods. Towering crystal pillars glowed with alien runes. 1,000 non-human eyes locked onto him. The air vibrated with power, ancient and unforgiving. At the center stood the Star Throne, and on it Princess Lyra. She was mid-declaration. By ancient law, her voice rang out. Calm but edged with finality. I reject all remaining royal proposals. No house, no empire, no bloodline shall claim me. Gasps rippled through the galactic court. This was not a request. This was a sentence. Elias had not planned this. He had been sent to observe, to listen, to survive. But something in her voice, tired, trapped, resolute, cut through him. Before his brain could stop him, his mouth opened. I accept. Silence detonated across the chamber. Every translator drone froze. Lyra turned. Her silver eyes widened. The court erupted. Guards moved. Weapons charged. The Star Throne pulsed. You accept what? The High Arbiter demanded, rising in fury. Elias swallowed. He had no script. I accept the trial, he said, louder now. As her chosen challenger. That word, chosen, triggered the ancient systems. The floor lit up. Runes ignited. The trial protocol awakened. Lyra stood slowly. Her gaze locked onto him. Human. Fragile. Insane. Human, she said quietly. Do you understand what you just triggered? Elias met her eyes. No, he said. But I'm not walking away. The hall trembled. A massive holographic construct formed above them. Ancient trials initiated. The court panicked. This had not happened in 10,000 cycles. The trials were not symbolic. They were lethal, designed to break warlords, designed to erase bloodlines. Lyra stepped down from the throne. Her voice dropped. You just bound yourself to my fate. Elias leaned closer. Then I guess I'm in it? The first gate opened. A black doorway tore reality apart behind him. Inside it, stars collapsing, screams encoded in light. The trial of origin. The one no royal candidate had ever survived. Guards shouted. The Arbiter tried to override. Too late. The system had chosen. The gate pulled Elias forward. Lyra grabbed his arm. Her grip was strong. Not royal. Desperate. Why? She asked. Elias didn't look back at the court. I don't like cages, he said. The gate activated. Gravity twisted. Reality screamed. The princess and the human captain were dragged into the void. Behind them, the galactic court watched in horror. Because the ancient system had recognized something. Not a royal bloodline, not a prophecy, but a human variable, unpredictable, unstoppable. And the trials had only just begun. The void did not feel empty. It felt hungry. Elias and Lyra were thrown onto obsidian stone. The surface was warm like a living thing. Above them, a red star pulsed, too close, too large, wrong. The gate sealed behind them. No return. No audience. Only the trial. The sky cracked. A massive structure rose from the ground, an ancient arena carved from a dead world. Towers leaned inward as if watching. Symbols burned across the walls. Trial of Origin, Phase 1. Lyra pushed herself up. This world, she said, breathing hard, is a memory. A reconstruction of the First War. The ground shook. Elias looked around. I hate museums. The air split. Figures emerged. Not soldiers. Not machines. Ghosts. Translucent warriors formed from light and ash. Their eyes burned with old rage. Their weapons hummed with energy that predated empires. The first one charged. Elias barely rolled in time. The blade cut through stone like paper. No hesitation. No mercy. Lyra raised her hand. Royal energy flared. A shield formed, then cracked instantly. These are not simulations, she said. They are echoes. They remember how to kill. Another ghost struck. Elias fired. His blaster passed through. Useless. The echo laughed. The sound came from everywhere. The arena changed. Walls shifted. Floor plates rotated. A maze formed around them. Separation protocol engaged. The floor split. Lyra fell. Elias grabbed her wrist. For 1 second, connection. Then the system tore them apart. Elias slammed into darkness. Silence. Then a voice. Not Lyra. You are not part of the equation. The shadows formed a shape. Tall. Ancient. Faceless. The trial warden. You are an error, it said. A contamination. Elias stood. Story of my life. The warden raised a hand. The air crushed in on him. Bones screamed. Muscles burned. Memory extraction initiated. The world changed. Earth. Rain. A battlefield. Human soldiers. Falling. Elias froze. This was not a test of strength. It was a test of identity. The warden stepped closer. Show us why you fight. Explosions. Screams. A younger Elias dragging a wounded teammate. Blood. Orders. Fear. The memory twisted. The teammate vanished. Replaced by Aelira. Bleeding. Reaching for him. No, Elias growled. He stepped forward into his own memory. He changed it. He didn't retreat. He didn't hesitate. He stood. The memory broke. The warden recoiled. Impossible, it said. Elias lifted his head. You're testing the wrong species. Elsewhere, Aelira landed in a chamber of light. Mirrors everywhere. Each one showed a different version of her. Queen. Prisoner. Corpse. Monster, a voice whispered. You will destroy them all. She closed her eyes. No, she said. I will choose. The mirrors shattered. Across the arena, systems trembled. For the first time in millennia, the trial hesitated. The warden turned. Concern entered its voice. The human is rewriting parameters. The arena roared. New gates opened. Harder, deadlier, because now the system understood. The arena did not reset. It transformed. Reality layered over itself. Stars duplicated. Gravity tilted sideways. The ancient system was no longer running a script. It was reacting. Elias felt eyes on his mind, not watching, measuring. Across drifting platforms, Aelira stepped out of a chamber of light into open space. Broken worlds floated like debris. Each platform pulsed, unstable, temporary. One mistake meant endless fall. Then Elias appeared on a platform across from her. Alive, for one breath, relief. Then the sky darkened. Trial of truth initiated. A massive structure grew between them. Not built. Grown. Flesh and metal intertwined. The archive core. Aelira froze. Real fear crossed her face. Elias, she said quietly. Whatever it shows you, remember me as I am. Not as they designed. The archive opened. Light pierced Elias's vision. Not memories. Records. Sealed data. Royal encryption shattered. Project Throne air containment. The truth unfolded in brutal clarity. Aelira was engineered, her bloodline modified, not to rule, to interface, to control the ancient war systems buried across the galaxy, world-ending machines, star-breaking weapons. She was not a princess. She was a biological key. The court's endless proposals suddenly made sense. They were not seeking a bride. They were seeking access. The archive continued. If she bonded with a royal house, control rights transferred. If she refused, the system would override her will. Forced activation. Permanent integration. She would become a living control node. A throne made of flesh. Across the void, Aelira whispered. They call it destiny. I call it a cage. New data surfaced. Human variable detected. Compatibility unknown. Override probability elevated. The system had no historical model for humans. No genetic lock. No obedience protocol. No throne imprinting. Elias exhaled slowly. So that's why it hates me. The archive pulsed. Unauthorized variable. Failsafe sequence. Platforms began collapsing. 1, 2, 3. Aelira jumped. Her footing slipped. She fell. Elias moved before thinking. He leaped across open void. No calculation. Only instinct. He caught her wrist. They slammed onto a shrinking platform. The void roared beneath them. Her eyes locked onto his. You risked everything. He tightened his grip. Seems to be a habit. The archive projected visions. Aelira as a living weapon. Eyes empty. Fleets obeying. Stars burning. Entire civilizations ending at a single thought. Power. Absolute. Elias stepped in front of her, blocking the image. She's not your system, he said. She's not your throne. She's not your weapon. The archive hesitated. The word person caused a system conflict. Category not found. Aelira's voice shook. No one has ever defended me from the machine. The archive glitched. Containment alert screamed. Ancient seals began unlocking. Something deeper stirred. Not a trial construct. Not a simulation. A real ancient war engine. Waking. Target lock forming. The void screamed. Not with sound. With pressure. Space itself bent as the ancient war engine emerged. It was not a ship. It was a moving fortress. A planet-sized construct of black alloy and burning runes. Layers unfolded. Weapons awakened. Systems older than recorded history came online. Target lock complete. On A Lyra. The archive core retreated. The trials collapsed. This was no longer ceremonial. This was execution. A Lyra felt it. She stepped forward. If I activate, she said softly, it will stop. The machine will obey. Elias turned on her. No. Her eyes were steady. They built me for this. He grabbed her arm. They lied to you for this. The war engine charged its primary array. Light gathered. Enough to crack a moon. The platform beneath them fractured. Time was gone. Choice was now. Elira placed her hand on the air. Royal systems responded. The throne code awakened inside her blood. She gasped as ancient power surged. Pain. Pressure. Control trying to take her. Elias saw it. He stepped between her and the machine. Human. Uncoded. Unregistered. The system screamed. Unauthorized interface. Elias didn't have clearance. He had something else. Defiance. He pressed his hand against the glowing field. Pain ripped through him. Nerves burned. Bones shook. But the system hesitated. Human neural patterns did not match any control model. Chaos entered the code. Elias shouted. She chooses. Not you. The machine recalculated. Uncertainty spread. Lyra felt it. For the first time, the system was listening. Not to blood. Not to code. To will. She reached for Elias's hand. Not as a key. Not as a weapon. As herself. The connection stabilized. Human and royal energy collided. Not compatible. Not predictable. The ancient system could not resolve it. Errors cascaded. Control loops broke. The war engine's weapons powered down. Target lock failed. For the first time in its existence, the machine had no master. The archive core screamed. Destiny protocol failure. Throne air override rejected. The ancient systems began shutting down across the void. Not destroyed. Released. The galaxy's oldest chains breaking. Hilera collapsed to her knees. Free. Not activated. Not claimed. Elias caught her. Breathing hard. Alive. Around them, the trials dissolved. Platforms faded. The void softened. Emergency gates opened. Extraction fields forming. The galactic court would see this. Not a princess weapon. Not a human variable. But a new equation. Elira looked up at Elias. They will come for us. He gave a tired smile. Let them. She studied him. You stepped into a declaration. He helped her stand. Turns out he said I stepped into a revolution. The gates closed around them. Behind them, ancient machines slept. Thrones lost their power. Empires felt it. The galaxy had just changed. Not because of a prophecy, not because of royal blood, but because one human captain refused to let a person become a system. And somewhere in the ancient code, a new rule had been written. Choice.